Hi, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well today. I've got another video for you today. If you saw my last one, which was Queen's albums ranked, well, someone made a comment and said, why don't I do my top 10 songs by Queen? I gave it some thought, but it was just impossible to narrow it down to 10. So what I've done, I've got 10 singles by Queen, and I'm going to do another video on 10 album tracks. So it's 20 in all. Okay, just to start with, these are all going to be UK single releases, and I'm going to give you their chart positions here in the UK. I know it differs in other territories. Okay, so let's get started. My number 10 pick, it was actually a choice between two songs, and they are Spread Your Wings and I Want It All. And it was so hard to choose between the two, I had to leave one of them out, and I've gone for Spread Your Wings. I think that's the slightly better song. I mean, both are great. So I need my glasses for this. So Spread Your Wings was a song written by John Deacon, and it reached only number 34 in the UK charts. Yeah, a bit disappointing, especially after We Are the Champions hit number 2. So yeah, it's a kind of a mid-tempo, but quite raw sounding. I think Freddie's vocals are quite good on here. As I said, they're a little bit raw. It was a great live track as well. Spread Your Wings at number 10. At number 9, written by Brian May, off the jazz album, it's Fat Bottom Girls. What a great song. A slightly sort of a rocky campfire song. And this was also a double A-side with Fat Bottom Girls, but this was, I think, by far the better song, and it reached number 11 in the UK charts. Okay, at number 8, another song by Mr. John Deacon, and that is You're My Best Friend. Really love this song. It's a sort of a mid-tempo pop song. John plays electric piano. It was the follow-up to Bohemian Rhapsody, and it was a totally different song. In fact, when I heard this on the radio a few times, it didn't register that it was Queen, because it was so different. But a great song, reached number 7 in the UK charts. At number 7, it was their first UK hit, and it was written by Freddie Mercury, and it's The Seven Seas of Rhye, and it reached number 10 in the UK charts. This song, it sort of has everything in it. Great lyrics, it's sort of a fantasy kind of mythological lyrics. It's a short song, it rocks, a great piano intro, and it ends with this amazing sing-along, I Do Like to Be Beside the Seaside, which is a very sort of British, I think, song. It's quite amusing really to end with that. Anyway, that's number 7, The Seven Seas of Rhye. At number 6, a song written by Brian off the Game album, and it is Save Me. I love this song. It kind of harks back to an earlier Queen sound, maybe something from Queen 2 or Sheer Heart Attack. It's a slight ballad, but it rocks out as well at the same time. Beautiful song. Save Me at number 6, and it reached number 11 in the UK charts. At number 5, this was their last great song in my opinion, and it's from the Innuendo album, and it's the title track. Now, who wrote this song? It's credited to the whole band, but I have a feeling it was more Brian and Roger collaborating, and it reached number 1 in the UK charts. Amazingly, it was only number 1 for 1 week, so that was a little bit of a disappointment. I was expecting 4 to 6 weeks maybe. It's one of their epics. Queen do so well. It's in different parts. It's quite Led Zeppelin influenced. You can certainly hear Kashmir in there. You've got beautiful flamenco guitar from Steve Howe from Yes. So that's number 5, and Innuendo. Right, so we're into the top 4. We've got 2 rockers coming up. Number 4, written by Brian, and it's Now I'm Here. I love this song from the Sheer Heart Attack album, and it reached number 11 in the UK charts. A real rocker. They used to open some of their early gigs with a song. check it out if you haven't heard it. It's probably not one of their best known songs, but it ought to be. Okay, the second rocker in a row, also written by Brian. He wrote the best rock songs, let's face it. And it's from the A Night at the Opera album, and it is Tie Your Mother Down. Yes, this was a single in the UK. Didn't do particularly well. It reached number 31 in the charts. In retrospect, probably they shouldn't have released this as a single. It possibly could have been another track off the album. But it's a fantastic song. Sometimes I think this is my favourite song by Queen. It's guitar, bass, drums, vocals, quite basic. I also think it's a slight Led Zeppelin sounding song. It reminds me a little bit of rock and roll, especially with that bit of a drum solo at the end. Tie Your Mother Down, the lyrics are quite amazing as well, quite funny. I don't think you could get away with those lyrics today. So Tie Your Mother Down is my number 3rd favourite UK single. Right, what's left? Any ideas? Okay, so my number 2 favourite UK single is written by Freddie Mercury, and it's from the album Sheer Heart Attack, and it's Killer Queen. This came out in 1974 and reached number 2 in the UK charts. Now, this was the very first record by Queen I ever bought. I bought it in a town called Salisbury in Wiltshire. I remember it well. And when this came out, this was so different to anything else in the charts. So intelligently written. The lyrics are incredible. I mean, gunpowder gelatine, dynamite with a laser beam. Where would you find anything like that? Especially in today's music charts. It's a kind of I suppose it's a mid-tempo song really, but it's very elegant. I think it's about a classy, let's say, call girl. Is that the word we can use? Anyway, that's my number 2, and it's Killer Queen. Right, number 1, drum roll. What do you think? It's probably quite easy to work out. It is another song written by Freddie Mercury. It's called Bohemian Rhapsody. From the album A Night at the Opera, and it reached number 1 in 1975, and again, was it 91, 92, I can't remember. But anyway, yes, you've heard it so many times, a lot of you are probably fed up with it. But I think it is a perfect song. I don't think you could make any changes to that song to improve it. Would you leave out the hard rock part? That's my favourite part, by the way. Would you leave out the operatic section? Would you swap them around? You can't improve on Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, it's over familiar, I agree, but you know, whenever I hear it, if it comes on the radio, I just have to stop and listen to it in its entirety. It's an amazing song, and probably the best song Queen have ever made. Okay, right, just to recap, I'm not going to go through them all again, but what I want to let you know is 2 of the songs were written by Mr. John Deacon, 3 of the songs were written by Freddie Mercury, and 4 of the songs were written by Brian May. 1 of the songs was written by credited to the whole band, and unfortunately Roger Taylor hasn't written any in my top 10, although I think he's written some amazing songs, especially I'm in Love with My Car, Sheer Heart Attack, Fight from the Inside, Tenement Funster, all amazing songs, but none of those were singles. The singles he did write, like Radio Gaga, A Kind of Magic, not too crazy on those, unfortunately. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will be back soon with my top 10 Queen album tracks. Okay, take care. Bye bye.